Welcome back to One Piece Anime Review, episode number 57. This one discussing episodes 775 to 779. I was actually originally stopping at 778, but excuse me, I decided to do episode 779 as well because it's a conclusion of that story arc. Though the ending of that does kind of loosely set up the next story we have, which is now Whole Cake, by the way. So, before I talk about the regular stuff for the Zou arc, I want to talk about the Revelry stuff here. Because the first place we see like the whole Zou Islands wrapping up, first place it goes to is Alabasta. Yep, Alabasta. Which we have the first, I think this was the first post-time skip appearances of Vivi, King Cobra, and I don't remember his name. He's an old friend of Vivi's, who's once again reprised by Todd Haberkorn. Yes, he voiced him back in the Alabasta arc. He popped up a couple times after that before a time skip. Yeah, and it's like, okay, I guess Todd must have gone, hey, can you come back to play your character? Like, okay, and he gets to like, what, I get like 3 lines? That's it? Wow. You bring me back for this anime for 3 lines. At least King Cobra basically got more than 3 freaking lines and was there for more than like 30 seconds. Yes. We also see, believe it or not, we also see Dressrosa, even though we just saw that. And one thing, when they show these kingdoms, they actually show actual stock footage as flashbacks. They show from the actual arc for when they go to Alabasta. They show stuff in the Alabasta arc, well, toward the end of that one. And then the next place they go to Fisherman Island, which they do not show any footage from this one. Yes, it's something though. It's mostly seeing King Neptune. We see the 3 princes, and we see Sarahoshi. We're just very hesitant to go to think, oh, don't worry, there is a follow-up to this one, so you have to worry about that. And in the case of Dressrosa, this one they did show some stock footage. This one, which I'm thinking, okay, I get Alabasta because that's probably a very popular story arc. And I get, well, Dressrosa because that was just a previous story arc, even though I probably get a reminder of it. But why not Fishman Island for? Yeah, that was kind of weird. Maybe because basically he's not agreeing to it, they're going to follow up with it later. But man, that was kind of weird. They do in fact show new footage here. Well, kind of basically new story here. The Warple stuff. Yes, where it explains what the heck happened to him. Excuse me. Right after he was blasted out from the Drum Kingdom, which is now effectively renamed to the Sakura Kingdom. Yes, and apparently we get basically his rise to power, basically forming into a country. Apparently he got rich by making a new metal for toys, thanks to his Munch Munch fruit. And at one point he was in prison and he escaped. And apparently the police does not want him to arrest him, despite the fact that he did cause a lot of damage. I mean, his fruit basically allows him to eat whatever the heck he wants. At least he's not starving. Yeah. And he meets he marries a model who won the title of Miss Universe. Like, okay, that I gotta give praise for. So when he becomes king of a country, he makes a model his wife. I'm like, damn, you lucky guy to get that. I mean, no denying, the Miss Universe they have here is hot, is a very beautiful woman. I would say hot. Yeah, he's an extremely lucky guy. And of course, you see his reaction like, oh crap, the old Drum Kingdom has been renamed to the Sakura Kingdom. By the way, now, here's the thing. In the original sub, they refer to his kingdom as the Black Drum Kingdom. That's what they refer to it as in the manga, and I believe in the sub when I watched this. And then here they, apparently Funimation changed it to the Evil Black Drum Kingdom. Okay, I get the Black Drum Kingdom thing, but why in the world call it the Evil Black Drum Kingdom? Wow. And apparently his country is simply this castle. And the only reason they would form this country is to get rich out of making all these special toys. Okay. goes off. We see various leaders. We might see him later. We do see Hina. First time seeing her in quite a while. And in the case of Riku, yeah, where he's basically, I think, his daughter and granddaughter talk about basically going to the reverie, and Rebecca basically suggests like, okay, basically Viola wants her to come along with her, so be her attendant, despite the fact she's her niece, and like pick on any guy you want, like okay, and she's like comes with something that basically makes Viola very happy. Why don't she wear her mom's dress? And she's like, that's a brilliant idea. I mean, after all, Rebecca is a spitting image of her mother, so people might mistake her for her mother, so who knows? Riku himself gets a call from King Elizabeth, though, where he basically charmed Navy Escort just to go with Riku, which not a bad idea to do, though. Here's the thing. Riku does get a Navy escort, and his escort is, believe it or not, it's Heppo. It's Kobe. Yes. I was talking to somebody about this for Grim Universe when it is for the Reverie arc, and she could easily see a ship between Kobe and Rebecca because of their friendship with Luffy, and I definitely agree with this person. I don't remember her name, but I know it's a woman. I can tell with the voice. Even she probably agrees that these two make an excellent couple. Not Luffy and Rebecca, no, not really per se. Kobe might be interesting, despite the fact these two made each other. And I guess that her father. By the way, her father does come back for this. See him briefly. For some reason, he would walk normally. Despite the fact the guy's got one leg. Yep. Oh yeah, we all see that Jack is on the ocean floor. Yep, the ocean floor. And he's wondering, can someone please pick him up? And let's see. Now in the case of what they plan to do here. So, they split into teams. We have one team that sneaks into Wano. Basically, we have some of the Sam. We have pretty much the same. We have basically Kinemon, Renzo, and Kanjuro, along with Robin, Zoro, Usopp, and Frankie. They sneak into Wano. We have Cat Vapor going to go see Marco. We have Dogstorm, which are people who are on the island. Of course, he's there with Momonosuke. Luffy is on his team is comprised of Nami, Brook, Chopper, Pedro, and Peckham's. Though they're also joined by Carrot because, well, she still is winning the ship. And of course, basically have everybody begging to go with him. And of course, Pedro, the only reason why he goes along because he's the one who knows Peckham's. Luffy, of course, drags him along. Chopper goes along because he wants to keep an eye on Peckham's. Not because she wants to get back Sanji. I could potentially see it revealed later that Nami may have a thing for Sanji, but she probably enjoys beating the crap out of him for peeking on her, and also, like, not only peeking on her, but probably also basically chasing other women. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Brook probably because he need a couple swordsmen along. I mean, it's interesting though that they basically wrap Zoro out of this, basically where he's not there for the whole cake arc. So they probably did because they probably my guess is they probably want to do something with Pedro, especially since he has some stuff that's explored in Whole Cake. Yes. Oh yeah, they also have to. Also in this episode, they also have to treat before they leave the island. They have to treat Zanisha, that's the talking elephant, the giant talking elephant. They treat the leg, which of course we have the flying squirrel. Yes, there's a flying squirrel. Flies down, checks like, oh crap, it's like very heavily wounded. So we have Chopper get up the earth. You have basically Rob make up the bandages, and you have Frankie and Usopp repairing the ships basically so they can use them to fix the leg. And you have Chopper with a bunch of assistants, including Tristan, which I would not be surprised of after Wano. Tristan's, because basically she hints that she really does want to travel with Chopper to basically become an apprentice of his so she can learn a lot of medicine from him. I would not be surprised about that, given the fact that I'm sure the crew is probably expanding after Wano, probably because several people will be joining the crew, not just Jinbei like it is currently. It would be surprised if more people join. So, Like, how they get off the island? Do they lower down a boat? No, you just have Luffy grab his team and just fall straight off. And, of course, they all land on the ship. Of course, Luffy's doing perfectly fine. Everyone's like traumatized. And everyone's like falling crazy. And all of a sudden, well, we see a door open, and it's Carrot who's still aboard the ship. And she promised not to basically give trouble. Of course, everybody agrees to come along because why not? Carrot's a great character, and I love the fact they gave her a lot of development in the very next story arc. Well, not particularly Marine Rookie, that's Amaranth, but in Whole Cake, she is so helpful in that story arc. And she is helpful, well, in the case of Wano, she disappears partway through the story arc, but it's an absolute really good thing for her. She is also there for somewhat for the reverie, but she does play a role in the first act of the story. She's there from the beginning, and then disappears for quite a while. She does play a supporting role in the current stuff for Wano. So they also have it where Luffy brought up with the food, and they also find out about what happened with the Revolution headquarters, because that was kind of loose at the end of Dressrosa, where the Blackbeard Pirates simply wiped out the headquarters. But in case you're curious, are they all dead? No, they're all still very much alive. They all survived. How in the world they survived? Never explained. It's one of the few things they've never explained in the show. Yeah, and of course you have Luffy's group on the way to Whole Cake, but they had to make a stop off to get some food. That's, of course, explored in Marine Rookie, which I'll discuss that tomorrow. Yep, that's going to be pretty much it for this particular review. Here's the thing. I have really enjoyed viewing Zou, but here's the thing. Like, I should point something out there before I do my next video tomorrow for this one. Like, I'm sure there might be another set of episodes released next month. Though, due to the fact that Funimation should be shutting down next month, by the end of this month, I would not be surprised though they put it on Crunchyroll. Yeah, I would not be surprised though. How many episodes are going to be? I don't know. It's just that starting with the very next set of episodes, they're going to start dubbing Whole Cake, which that's a long story arc, is 95 episodes. Yes, 95. My hope is they do more than 12 episodes for the next part. I hope so. Okay, so that's going to be pretty much it. I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to do a comment corner, and I'll call it a night. Okay, next video. Bye.